This morning, investigators may never know exactly what happened in the cockpit of the South Korean jet that crashed last month, killing 179 people. The airplane's black box reportedly stopped working about 4 minutes before the crash. The pilot had radioed a mayday call to the control tower before landing and said the plane had suffered a bird strike. The plane landed on the runway without landing gear, hitting a wall and exploded. 2 flight attendants survived that crash.
Okay, Shalom. Giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone. And salutation, you Akim out there that push this word in truth and in sincerity. This is going into the left hand of the Lord. Now, this plane crash happened almost a month ago, but look what's going on right now as we speak. We only in the 11th day of 2025, and the Lord is bringing serious judgment. Now, pertaining to them people that was on that plane, you had over 179 people and only 2 survived. That was the Lord's judgment. It tell you in Job chapter 4, verse 7, remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent. None of them people on board of that flight, that South Korean flight, was innocent. That flight was doomed from the beginning. And that's how the Lord set things up. He would get everybody that he wanted to judge, put them together, and bring forth that judgment. On this particular thing, on this particular judgment, it was death by plane crash, plane falling out the sky, which is a horrific way to go because you know the plane is falling, and you know there's certain death waiting for you. So let's get back to Job chapter 4, verse 7. Remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off? It says, even as I have seen, they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same. Whatever you sow in life, you're going to reap it. If you out there sowing a lot of wickedness, this is only pertaining to Israel. If you out there, even the rest of the nations, if you out there sowing wickedness, you're going to reap it, man. You out there sowing wickedness, committing adultery, gang banging, because you got gangs amongst, look at the Moabite gangs in so-called Chinatown. They got gangs out there. You got Jakes mixed in that look like Moabites or Vietnamese or whatever the case may be, but you got gang members in every culture. So nobody's innocent at all. It says, even as I have seen, they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness shall reap the same. It's a saying, you reap what you sow. If you out there sowing all kind of wickedness, you're going to reap it sevenfold. If you out there shooting people, gang banging, selling drugs, hey, either 2 things are going to happen to you. You're going to get life in prison or somebody going to unalive you. And that person that's going to, and the deity and the one that's going to unalive you is Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. The one that's going to, let's get it again. The one that's going to unalive you is Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Salaki, real quick. That's the one who's going to unalive you. So here you have it. You have 179 people, or I say 177 people that got put to death and only 2 survived. You know, it says, by the blast of Yahweh they perished, and by the breath of his nostrils they are consumed. They was consumed in that plane wreck. Because none of them was innocent. Even the two flight attendants that survived the crash, the Lord wounded them. This is real quick. Let me just get this real quick. It says this is Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 39, and it reads, see now that I, even I am he, and there's no God with me. I wound. Slack. See now that let me read it again. Slack. I'm kind of excited. See now that even I am He, and there's no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. You see, the Lord had mercy on them 2 flight attendants that didn't perish right along with the rest of the people on that flight. And if I was them, I would never get on another plane ever again. But you can't escape the judgments of the Lord, man. It says, I wound and I heal, neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. Buddha or whatever God they worship cannot deliver them from the Lord's hand. And that was the Lord dealing with the left hand. Because just like Apostle Gabal always brings out, the Lord deals with both sides, man. The duality of the Lord deals with balance. The left hand of the Lord, just like Apostle brought out on various videos that I watch, the Lord deals with both sides, man. The Lord, from on his left hand, allowed that plane to fall out the sky. And when you look at the word left, sinister, which the apostle also brings out, when you look it up, it means left. The left-hand side of the Lord, man. He always brings out the Italian word sinistria, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, and that means left. So here you have it, man. It says, for if I lift up my hands to heaven and say, I live forever. If I wet my for I lift my hands up to heaven and say, I live forever. If I wet my glittering sword, that word wet means to sharpen. My glittering sword, my hand will take hold on judgment, and I will render vengeance to my enemies and reward them that hate me. So that was judgment on the left-hand side of the Lord. The Lord used the left hand of his left hand to bring judgment upon them people on that flight. Also, that's just one topic. But when you get into whole things on the whole, what's going on in Ukraine, all them soldiers over there that's getting put to death, that's judgment. On the Gaza Strip, judgment. Women and children getting put to death. It sounds cruel, but that's the Lord dealing on the left-hand side, bringing forth judgment. Women and children, men. That's judgment of the Lord. There was a fire in the Bronx yesterday. I'm thinking, I'm smelling smoke, and that's like the fire was like 6 blocks down from me. I'm smelling smoke. It's like 2 something in the morning. I wake up like, what the? I jump up and go out throughout the house to see if there was a fire in the house. No, there was no fire in the house. So I lay there, I said, I'm going to be on point. Then I saw a fire truck come past, the lights blurring in, through the window, so I jumped up again like, oh, shit. But that was just a fire truck shooting down to the location of the fire. I get up 5:05 to get in my car to go to work. I see the commotion. I'm like, oh, it's so thick with smoke that I had to put the high beams on just to navigate through the neighborhood that I live in, just to get to where I was going. And it was kind of heavy. So I was like, wow, the smoke was kind of heavy. So I was like, wow, driving almost turtle-like just to get through that. Because I couldn't really see. I didn't want to run into somebody else. That's how thick the smoke was. And that was also judgment. What's going on in California, also judgment. What is approaching right now is Jacob's trouble. Pursuant to Jeremiah 30:7, that's going to be judgment amongst the 2/3, upon the 2/3, man, that don't want to get right, that refuse to come back into the fold. The Lord is going to bring heavy judgments. And you can't get around that. You can't get around it. And when you consider the ways of the Lord, when you learn the proper way to worship the Lord and the true nature of the Lord, that he's not all love, then you begin to fear. Then you begin to fear the Lord Yahweh, why Yahweh Shah. When you truly know Yahweh and his son Yahweh Shah, and you serving him in truth and sincerity, is a great fear and dread that comes with that. This is Job chapter 23. I'm gonna start at 9. It's no the title is, yeah, it says God knows men's ways. But what God are you talking about? Yahweh, why Yahweh Shah? Yahweh, why Yahweh Shah knows men's ways. You can't escape. The Lord knows your thoughts, your true intents. If you sincere or you just being a bullshit artist. But you can't bullshit the Lord. This is it says I'm gonna start at Job chapter 23. I'm gonna start at 9. On the left hand where he is, I'm saying on the left hand where he doth work, the Most High did all that. The plane crash, the judgment's coming down in Ukraine on people, upon people that's getting put to death. The little dude that was surfing, the 14-year-old boy that was surfing on the train, subway surfing, he fell to his death. The Lord did that. Judgment. Everything that's coming down the pipe is judgment of the Lord. And that's the Lord's work on the left hand. It says, on the left hand where he doth work. Who? Yahweh, why Yahweh Shah is working on the left hand side. When you see these people while they're getting shot, fires, over the summer, you always got people drowning. Whether it's Far Rockaway Beach, Jones Beach, whether it's Coney Island Beach, people are always drowning because they like to, swim at night where there's no lifeguards. It's all judgment. People, there's a video that I put out there the other day of this guy. I don't know if he was in Kenya because I checked, and a brother said that it was Haitian. But when I went to Dun, you got brothers from Sierra Leone, and they understand what was going on. So they said, nah, he committed adultery, in which I knew because it showed them shooting the woman in the head. I didn't put that out there because it was graphic, but they burned the dude and then shot him. That was judgment of the Lord. Why? Because he committed adultery. That was judgment of the Lord, man. On the left. The Lord's left hand. It says, on the left hand where he doth work, but I cannot behold him. The average Christian can't fathom in their mind that the Lord kills. The Lord brings judgment in brutal fashions. They can't fathom in their mind. It says, on the left hand where he doth work, but I cannot behold him. Salakia. It says, but I cannot behold him. He hides himself on the right hand. Because everybody would think that the Lord is all righteous, but the Lord deals with duality. The Lord deals with both hands. The left, which is the sinister part of him. Now all of a sudden I'm coughing, Salakia. Let me drink some water. And he deals with the right hand with righteousness. Blessings. He will deliver you if you serve him in truth and sincerity. That's the right hand of the Lord. Making your enemies be at peace with you. You may receive a blessing. That's the right hand of the Lord. The righteous side of the Lord. But you got both sides. You got a left hand or you got a right hand. It says, but he knoweth the way that I take. Where he hath tried me, I shall come forth as gold. The Lord knows the path that I'm taking, the path of everybody's taking, from the apostle to on down. Serving him in truth and sincerity. Being obedient. Observing the Lord's statutes and commandments to the best of our ability in the land of our captivity. All hell's about to break loose, man. And we need deliverance. We need salvation. We need protection. And that's why King David prayed to the Lord in this prayer in Psalm 17, verse 13. Arise, O Lord Yahweh. Disappoint him. Disappoint who? Esau, Edom. Started with international bankers and their New World Order agenda. It says, arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down out of his power. Deliver my soul from the wicked. Malachi, the 1st chapter, the 4th verse. Job 9 and 24. We always bring out these scriptures on who is the wicked, who's controlling the world. It says, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. Esau has been given a blessing of the, Esau has been given a blessing of the sword by our forefather Isaac, which is Yahweh Shah in the reincarnation, if you can receive that. If the spirit is dealing with you, you're gonna be able to perceive that and receive that Isaac is Yahweh Shah. But if not, hey, I don't know what to tell you. It says, for men which are thy hand, for men, what man? Esau, started with Esau, Edom, the enemies of Israel. Psalms, the 83rd chapter, goes into that. It says, for men which are thy hand, O Lord Yahweh, for men of the world, 2/3 of Israel. First and foremost, started with the international bankers, Esau, Edom, then 2/3 of our own people and the rest of the nations. It says, for men which are thy hand, O Lord, for men of the world which have their portion in this life, and whose belly thou fillest with thy hid treasures. They are full of children and leave the rest of their substance to their babes. Going into Esau, Edom, that generational inheritance that their children receive. That's why the Rothschilds, #1 family, the richest family in the world, is worth trillions of dollars. Because that's generational wealth passed down, leaving their substance to their babes. More proof that the Lord Yahweh Shah brings forth judgment in sometimes brutal fashions. Sometimes you die in your sleep. That also was, a form of mercy, but judgment. If you die young, a little baby, die in a crib, 2 years old, 1 year old, that was judgment. This is Isaiah chapter 45, verse 7, and it reads, I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord Yahweh, do all these things. More proof that the Lord works with duality. The Lord works with duality, the evil side, the righteous side, or the sinister side of the Lord and the righteous side of the Lord. Going back to sinister meaning left, the left hand of the Lord, and the right hand of the Lord, which is the righteous side of the Lord. Let's read that again. Isaiah chapter 45, verse 7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord Yahweh, do all these things. You can't get around that, man. You can't get around that. That the Lord brings judgment. He created evil. He created righteousness. You can't get around that, man. This is Amos chapter 3, verse 7. It says, I'm going to start at 6. So the trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid. And we blowing that trumpet. We telling you that Jacob's trouble is coming. Are these people afraid? Nope, but they will be. When all hell start to break loose, mainly these women, then they're going to start to fear and try to reflect on what they heard from the Israelites, starting from the apostles on down. Well, they were right. They're starting to say that now. That's why you see less scoffing and scorning going on. Because all these judgments is coming they see what we were saying was telling them the truth. They see what we saying, we were telling them the truth. And now it's less and less scoffing and scorning. Back in Amos chapter 3, verse 7, shall the trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Should there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it? You see? Are you comprehending? Are you comprehending what the scriptures are saying? Let's read it again. It says, Amos chapter 3, verse 7, shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Should there be evil in the city, and the Lord Yahweh have not done it? You see, the duality of the Lord, he creates a lot of evil and have it go forth through the earth to bring forth judgments and righteousness. He pulls his spirit on the flesh of his men and reveal his secrets unto them, which I'm about to read right now. Surely the Lord Yahweh, power of Israel, will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. And that's why we warn you. We're giving you, starting from the apostles on down, the duality of the Lord Yahweh, Yahweh Shah, the Lord's left hand. You don't want to get on the bad side of the Lord, because you will get judged and harshly. And the greatest judgment that's coming, the most brutalest judgment that's coming, is the day of the Lord. This is Zephaniah chapter 1, verse 14. That great day of the Lord is near, it is near, and hasteth greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord, the mighty men shall cry there bitterly. Who is the mighty men? The mighty men of Esau's army, the mighty men of Moab's, the so-called Chinese army, the mighty men of the Russian army. They're all going to cry bitterly. You know why? When you go to Isaiah, the 24th chapter, it tells you the earth is going to roll to and fro like a drunkard. Why? It's because of the fact that the Lord is going to put the spirit on that assembly of great nations, pursuant to Jeremiah 50:9 on down, to shoot missiles on America. And America is going to shoot missiles back. That assembly of great nations and the allies of America is going to shoot missiles back and forth at each other. And that's going to make the earth shake. And this is exactly what this is going into. This is the great day of the Lord. And the mighty men going to cry bitterly. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation. What's going to do that? What's going to bring wasteness and desolation? Thermal, nuclear war, and concentrated fire from them chariots when Yahweh Shah cracked them skies, bringing death, destruction, and deliverance to his elect. It says, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, a day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers. And I will bring distress upon men. That distress that's going to come upon men is before this nuclear war kicks off, famine. You see what's going on in California. That's distress among men. You see what's happening with these wars. You see what's going on with these fires. That's distress. Not being able to feed your family for the lack of food. Food prices is crazy right now, man. I remember back in the 90s, $100, $150, you got some grocery. Now, $100, you barely got a bag and a half. 2 bags the most I give you. And they're not going to be full. That's how bad things have gotten. And that's a part of the distress. It says, and I will bring distress upon men that they shall walk like blind men, not knowing what the hell is going on, why food is so high. Why all these wars are happening? Why we hearing the rumors of wars? Why things is happening in the earth? How are we seeing drones and orbs in the sky? What the hell is going on? Because they don't have a clue. Because they have been blinded. It says, I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord Yahweh, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung. And it tells you that in Jeremiah 25, 32 to 33. So there's no getting around the judgment that's coming, man. And that's the left hand of the Lord. The Lord's left hand is at work right now. You people are too dumb to realize it because you're dumb. Talking about you wacky-tacky Christians. You're too dumb to realize you're dumb. You think you know the scripture, but you're too dumb to realize and know the scriptures, man. Because the Lord ain't dealing with you. The Spirit ain't on you to understand the scriptures. Because you have been blinded pursuant to Isaiah 6 and 9 on down, man. Talking about you wacky-tacky Christians out there. You so-called black Christians out there. You're blacker in your mind, but your skin color is not black. You're brown. But what the hell you know, though? You're going to find out the true nature of the Lord when all hell break loose. That he's not all love. He's not all love. He's showing love to them people in California, in Palisade, California, Los Angeles, Hollywood Hills. He's showing love to them? Of course not, man. This is Psalm chapter 68, verse 20. He that is our God is the God of salvation, and unto Yahweh, the Lord, belongeth the issues from death. So anybody that perished in them flames over there in California, them people on that plane that perished, the Lord sanctioned their death on the left hand. The Lord's left hand is powerful, but not more powerful than his right hand. But that's a duality of the Lord Yahweh by Yahweh Shah. You're gonna learn the hard way, though. You people out there gonna learn the hard way. You're gonna learn the hard way, and that's that, man. This is Psalms chapter 25, verse 14. The secret of the Lord is with them that fear him. And that's starting with the elect. That's only with the elect. Because the elect is going to know the secrets of the Lord Yahweh while Yahweh Shah, that he did with both sides. The Lord controls everything. Why should you fear? If you're doing that which is right in the eyes of the Most High, why should you fear? It says, the secret of the Lord is with them that fear him, and he will show them his covenant. Bottom line, man. The elect is going to know the secrets of the Lord. It tell you in Amos that the Lord revealed his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. Start with the apostles, the bishops, the elders, on down, man. We know the duality of the Lord, that the Lord deal with the left, with the right and the left. All what you've seen, these planes dropping out the sky, these wars, these fires, people getting put to death, stabbed. That's the Lord on the left hand. So with that, I'm going to close it out. I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakah Kwadash, and double honors to the apostles and the bishops and the elders of Great Millstone. With that, I'm going to say Shalom.